I mean, the guy literally destroys everything. The photo I'm showing you right now is what the rose garden looks like. They destroyed the entire rose garden and put concrete all over it because they want to build a courtyard now at the White House to make it look like Mar-a-Lago, or as one person online posted, maybe they're going to make a big, gigantic Trump shop where he can sell his Trump Bibles and his Trump guitars and his Trump sneakers and his Trump phones as he and his family grift away. You know, one of the things that we're hearing from today is from the Juventus football club, the Italian soccer team or football team, if you're anywhere but the United States, that Donald Trump used as props in the background when he held that bizarre press conference a few days ago where he was talking about going to war with Iran and how it seemed like it was going to be imminent and we got to kill the Ayatollah. And then he ended up saying, no, I need 2 weeks, 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later. But some of the Juventus players, they're saying, we really didn't want to be there. FIFA forced us to be there as part of the promotion of FIFA events in the United States. And they were like, we were standing there and it was just super weird. It was really weird. We didn't want to be there. We didn't know what the hell was even going on. From the weird to the perverse to the dangerous, it's the Trump regime in effect. So right now, the Trump regime is not having any communications at all with Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard is the director of national intelligence. She should be the person with the foremost information regarding things like the nuclear capabilities of Iran. But because she recently testified before Congress under oath that Iran was not capable of making nuclear weapons anytime soon, Donald Trump doesn't want to talk to Tulsi Gabbard at all. She's been sidelined. I'll show you right here. This is Donald Trump when he was asked about his own intelligence community, saying that Iran was not capable of building nuclear weapons. He was just like, I don't trust her. She's wrong. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Dude, you picked her, dude. She's the head of national intelligence. She's your DNI. Play this clip.
What intelligence do you have that Iran is building a nuclear weapon? Your intelligence community has said they have no evidence that they are at this point.
Well, then my intelligence community is wrong. Who in the intelligence community said that?
Your director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard.
She's wrong.
But it's not just Tulsi Gabbard. Donald Trump also doesn't want to talk to Pete Hegseth, his defense secretary. Nobody is talking to Hegseth at all right now. There is no interface operationally between Hegseth, runs the Defense Department, and the White House, while the war between Israel and Iran is escalating and the potential for U.S. involvement in this war based on Donald Trump's recklessness seems to increase every day. But what is Pete Hegseth doing? What is the defense secretary spending his time doing as Donald Trump and Fox and others are threatening potential nuclear war in Iran? What would he be doing? Well, the Coca-Cola 600 champion Ross Chaston visited the Pentagon, and he and Pete Hegseth were smashing watermelons all day. Watch Pete Hegseth working hard, preparing for war in the Middle East, or just smashing watermelons. Play this clip.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Well, Donald Trump is now in Bedminster, New Jersey. He's playing golf. He's in his safe space. He's in his little bunker. Earlier in the week, he was whining, I haven't got to play golf. Did you know that I won 34 national championship, 34 titles? I'm the greatest golfer ever. At Bedminster, Donald Trump is posting QAnon memes. Trust the plan. I was the hunted. Now I'm the hunter. Nothing can stop what is coming. The golden age meme by Donald Trump. 45, 47, 48. That's right. I'm going to be the 48th president also. Very normal behavior. I'm being sarcastic for Donald Trump to be posting. We need this winning to continue. Yeah. Inflation rising, going to be 3%. Unemployment rising. All of the bad. mortgage rates rising. Just if you go look at things like what's the price of ground beef, for example, right now, the average cost of a pound of ground beef is climbing towards $6 over the past few years. The average price was $5.98 in May, the highest ever. So the price of ground beef continues to go up. Also, because of the instability in the Middle East, gas prices are going to go back up. Inflation is surging. What's Donald Trump doing? What's he posting? Post after post after post. I want you just to visually look at these 3 posts that I'm about to share with you. This is what this guy is doing. He writes these screeds that look like the freaking Unabomber. Like, it looks like a 5150 person, wrote these things, but I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. But in this post, he calls the chairman of the Federal Reserve stupid. He calls him a numbskull. He calls him a moron. He goes, too late Powell, that's his name for the chairman of the Federal Reserve, complains about costs, much of which were produced by the Biden fake government. But he could do the biggest and best job for our country by helping to lower interest rates. And if he reduced them to the number they should be, 1% to 2%, that numbskull would be saving the United States of America up to $1 trillion per year. I fully understand that my strong criticism of him makes it more difficult for him to do what he should be doing, lowering rates, but I've tried it all different ways. I've been nice, I've been neutral, and I've been nasty, and nice and neutral didn't work. He's a dumb guy and an obvious Trump hater who should never have been there. I listened to someone that I shouldn't have listened to, and Biden shouldn't have reappointed him. We have virtually no inflation. Our economy is doing well, and will soon be doing with the tremendous tariff income coming in and factories being built all over the country. He then goes, I'll have to change my mind about firing him? ? So you have the president of the United States calling the chairman of the Federal Reserve numbskull, saying the prior administration was a fake government, calling Powell a moron, saying, I've been nasty to you. I mean, can you imagine if another world leader behaved this way, what we Americans would think about him? Donald Trump's way more unstable than Kim Jong-un. At Kim Jong-un's craziest. Remember, we were like, Rocket Man, Donald Trump is crazy, man. I mean, this shouldn't be a political thing. What I read for you is not normal behavior. Oh, and then Donald Trump spends his time whining about Fox. Why does Fox News allow failed TV personality Jessica Tarlov to, quote, soil the five? So what, you're putting soil in quotes? Like, I'm telling you, Trump's a perverted, disgusting human being. Her voice, her manner, and above all else, what she says are a disgrace to television broadcasting. Donald Trump misogynism. Her voice. I've had the best poll numbers I've ever had. Fact check. Lowest poll numbers in presidential history. Quinnipiac, AP, NORC, YouGov. Have your approval somewhere between 38 to 42%. You're the least liked president at this point in a term, basically ever. You've had somewhere between, on the low end, 6 million, on the high end, 12 to 13 million Americans show up on their weekend to protest you because we all hate you. Donald Trump then goes on to whine about Biden and whine about this and whine. I'm not going to read you the rest of it. It's annoying. Then Donald Trump posts the following. I am very happy to report that I have arranged, along with Secretary of State Marco Rubio, a wonderful treaty between the Democratic Republic of the Congo and the Republic of Rwanda in their war, which was known for violent bloodshed and death. Pause right there. You don't know where the Congo is. I have receipts. Play this clip.
Many people come from the Congo. I don't know what that is, but they came from the Congo.
Okay, so then Donald Trump goes on to say, I won't get a Nobel Peace Prize for this. I won't get a Nobel Peace Prize for stopping the war between India and Pakistan. I won't get a Nobel Peace Prize for stopping the war between Serbia and Kosovo. I won't get a Peace Prize for keeping peace between Egypt and Ethiopia. No, I won't get a Nobel Peace Prize no matter what I do, including Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Iran, whatever those outcomes may be. But the people know that's all that matters to me. That's what you're posting? That's what you're posting as an American? This is the most humiliating. This is truly a humiliation ritual that this vile piece of trash, Donald Trump, is putting us through here. And anybody who looks at this and is like, yeah, Donald, yeah, Trump, man, Trump. Really? You want to see what the Trump supporters look like here? Let me show you this video of Forgatio Blow and this other person. Her name is like Whoa something. I don't even know. Whoa Karen or something. I don't know what her name is. But this is, there's tens of millions of Americans, I guess, like this. And this is why Donald Trump says he likes the poorly educated. Here, play this clip.
Trump 2028. Woo! Woo!
48th President Trump. Show him your hat. Show him your new hat. Show him your new hat.
Woo!
Trump is the president, baby, forever.
No
2028, no cap. How did Trump have you flossing? How did Trump have you flossing? Money. People was getting money. People was out here, man. Money. See, Trump 2028.
Well, the government of Pakistan is saying, we're going to recommend you, Donald Trump, for a 2026 Nobel Peace Prize. The government of Pakistan has decided to formally recommend Trump for the 2026 Nobel Peace Prize in recognition of his decisive diplomatic intervention and pivotal leadership during the recent India-Pakistan crisis. Yay, Donald, the authoritarian regime in Pakistan who invested in your family's crypto business millions of dollars, they want to give you the Nobel Peace Prize with all of their ties to terrorism and the belief that they were hiding bin Laden. You're going to get the Nobel Peace Prize with a recommendation from the government of Pakistan. Meanwhile, the government of India says that you had nothing to do at all with zero negotiations, that India doesn't accept any mediation by the United States, and everybody just says that you're lying. Xi Jinping says I did a deal with Xi Jinping. He always wants to call me. Xi Jinping says, nope, that didn't happen. India says, nope, there was no deal that happened. You just make up conversations in your own fictitious delusional world. And by the way, so everybody can see, here's what the India foreign minister had to say. Let's play this clip.
I think the deal I'm most proud of is the fact that we're dealing with India, we're dealing with Pakistan, and we were able to stop potentially a nuclear war through trade as opposed through bullets. Normally they do it through bullets. We do it through trade. So I'm very proud of that.
Prime Minister Modi clearly told President Trump that during this entire episode, there was never any discussion at any level about an India-US trade deal or US mediation between India and Pakistan. The discussion to halt military action occurred directly between India and Pakistan through existing channels between both armies and was made at Pakistan's request. Prime Minister Modi firmly stated that India has neither accepted mediation nor does it do so and never will do. There is complete political unanimity on this subject in India. President Trump understood the details explained by the Prime Minister and expressed support for India's fight against terrorism. Prime Minister Modi also said that India now sees terrorism not as a proxy war, but as a war.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump has his Gestapo across America dressed in their face masks and chasing down migrants who are vendors serving food in front of Home Depots, and they're going in factories and restaurants and hiding out outside of courtrooms. Just take a look at what it looks like on the streets of Mexico right now. And by the way, these are the people who are apparently going to be at the World Cup, who are going to be at the Olympics. They're going to be waiting there, I guess, snatching foreign visitors who show up. I guess that one of the things, too, we know inflation's rising. We know unemployment is rising. We know there's a GDP contraction taking place. American consumers, by the way, believe inflation's going to rise to 7.3%. I don't think it's going to get that high. But the Fed believes it's going to hit 3%. I think it'll be more like 4.5%, 5% within the next 18 months. But look, Apollo, private equity firm Apollo, one of the things that they're worried about right now is that the economic data we're even getting about inflation is inaccurate because it's coming from the Trump regime. They've fired most of their data analysts who aggregate this data. Do you believe the Trump regime is giving you accurate data on the economy? And so almost a third of the prices now going into the CPI at the moment, the consumer price index, are just guesses that are being made. And how do you think the regime is guessing? How do you think we're getting this data? That's very problematic. I always say, trust yourself. You go into the grocery store, you go into department stores, you go shopping. When Trump says gas is $1.98, you go, no, it's not. When Trump says everything is cheaper and I look at the prices, I go, nah, it's actually more expensive. When Trump says there's a manufacturing boom, when factories are being shut down and people are cutting jobs, I go, you're a liar. When Donald Trump says all of these things that are verifiably false, I trust the fact that I can observe it and not what Fox propaganda or what Donald Trump's saying about it. So you tell me what you think. Anyway, hit subscribe. Donald Trump's vacationing. We're going to go back to vacation. We were all told Iran's going to have a nuclear weapon in a day or two if we don't do something. But Trump goes, I need 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm going to go golfing. That's how urgent this nuclear crisis is, that Trump needs 2 weeks. Seriously? Hit subscribe. Let's get to 5 billion subscribers. Thanks for watching.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.